If you have cats that aren't getting adopted or aren't getting views or inquiries online, the three things I'm going to talk about today will significantly increase your chances of finding even the most challenged kitties their perfect forever homes. My name is Justin, and I do marketing and fundraising for animal groups. I volunteer with a local cat shelter, and I helped them build their adoption process from scratch. I also work with a cat cafe and help promote their kitties for adoption. In the past 3 years, I've helped over 200 cats get adopted by showcasing them online and bringing in potential adopters to meet them. Getting your shelter pets adopted quickly begins by having a profile on an adoption site like Pet Finder or Adopt a Pet. These sites attract an audience, which means more people will see the animals online. I like Pet Finder, which according to my research has almost 3 million website visitors a day, compared to Adopt a Pet, which is second, with 800,000 visitors per day. Whether you have black cats, senior cats, kitties with aggressive tendencies, or cats that are still domesticating indoors, these 3 tips will help you find the perfect forever home for any cat. The first and most important thing is to get good pictures and ideally good videos of the animal. When people are scrolling online looking for animals to fall in love with, it starts with their pictures. As someone who is currently fostering 2 cats, I know how hard it is to prioritize photography among all the other things we do as fosters. Additionally, cats in shelters aren't always in very photogenic locations, so getting good pictures of shelter cats is even more difficult. Here are 3 tips for taking great pictures that will help your kitties get adopted. Tip number 1, get them in the right location with a clean background and good lighting. This might require moving them to a better location so you can get some good pictures. You can also zoom in so they take up the entire frame. Next, get them to look directly at the camera by using toys, treats, or other distractions. The best photos have the cat looking directly at the camera, which could also be the potential adopter. You can usually tell if you have a good picture when the cat's eyes are sharp, crisp, and clean. No one likes a low-resolution image. Lastly, try and catch them in the act of playing or posing or simply looking cute. This can add a bit of emotion to the image. Great photos are crucial, but a great video can be a game changer. Video allows you to showcase the personality and gives the potential adopter a glimpse into what it's like to live with them. You only need a few video clips of the cat playing, sleeping, making biscuits, running around, or simply looking cute. Take a look at the videos listed in the description to see examples of adoption videos you can also easily make. I use CapCut, which is a free editing software that you can download on a desktop or a mobile app. Trust me, editing videos has never been easier, and you can do it too. Simply trim the videos into short segments and add some background music to add even more emotion. 30 seconds is all you really need to capture the essence of the animal and make it even more real for the potential adopter. And here's a pro tip for your adoption profiles. Refresh your images or update your description on a weekly basis to keep your kitty listed at the top of the search results in Pet Finder or Adopt a Pet. People don't click on every cat that they see, so refreshing the profile photo gives potential adopters more opportunities to see other photos of your cat. Tip number 2. The second thing I do when building an adoption profile is to tell a story that really exemplifies the personality and describes what it's like to live with the pet. Try to paint a picture of what it's like to live with the animal by describing their habits, their routines, when they like to sleep and play, and any of the quirks that make them special. Here's one of my foster kitties' Pet Finder profile. His name is Wicket, and I rescued him from my neighborhood alley colony. Here are a few of the pictures that I loaded for Wicket. He's a big, fluffy Maine Coon. And he does like to dress up on occasion, part of his indoor domestication process. So I added a few of the fun photos to his gallery as well. And here's him looking cute in his favorite hidey spot. I really wanted to showcase several different aspects of his personality. I'll make the link to his posting available in the description below. He's a big, fluffy Maine Coon with a teddy bear personality. He's kind, gentle, and has a playful kitten attitude. He loves belly rubs and scritchins. As a Maine Coon, he does need to be groomed, so I was careful to talk about some of the higher maintenance aspects of this cat breed specifically. And he is mild-tempered and has medium energy, so he might not be the right fit for an extremely active household with lots of other animals, young kids, multiple pets, things like that. He likes his own space, and he tends to lay around and sleep quite a bit. And I finished the description by saying that he came from an alley, but he was too friendly and adorable to leave there, really trying to paint the picture that this is a life-saving situation. He's a rescue from the mean streets of San Diego. If you aren't very good at describing these situations, ChatGPT or other AI writing platforms can really help create the description. You'll want to enter accurate information about the cat and then prompt Chat to write a short story about a day in the life of the kitty. You'll likely end up with more information than you need, so you can trim it down and keep the best parts for the adoption profile. And tip number 3. My third tip for getting cats successfully adopted online is to describe the perfect home for them and describe their ideal situation and requirements for adoption. For this example, I like to think of Tatum, aka Tatum Tot. He was a younger black kitty who began to develop some aggressive tendencies while he was in foster, domesticating indoors. He was a lover, but would get agitated while being pet and tended to bite and scratch, simply out of excessive stimulation. Which is normal, so there was nothing wrong with him. Yet, he could hurt people if he wasn't handled correctly. Being a black cat with aggressive tendencies, it was certain he had to find the right home. After the first adopter failed by introducing Tatum to their dog in the first weekend, he was promptly returned despite all the education and preparation we gave to the adopter. I reloaded his Pet Finder profile and clearly outlined his perfect home and ideal situation. Shortly after that, Tatum was adopted by a single guy who lived alone and wasn't afraid of an accidental scratch, which is probably the only scenario in which Tatum would do well, and I made that clear in the description. You don't want to scare people away from a project pet, so you can reinforce the fact that they are saving a life by adopting, and the acclimation time is also bonding time. Together, they'll get to experience new things like what is a TV and how do you become a lap cat. Domesticating a sweet rescue kitty is truly a beautiful experience. By describing what the perfect home looks like, potential adopters can begin to identify themselves or disqualify themselves if they don't think they're the right fit. If you include those 3 things in your adoption profile, great pictures and video, storytelling that paints a picture, and being upfront about who's the right family for the animal, you're sure to find the perfect home for any pet. I hope you found some of these adoption tips helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll make more in the adoption series just like it. And don't forget to check out the adoption playlist listed below to see some examples of successful adoption videos that I've used in the past. And thanks for loving animals!